In Bratislava, the capital of Slovakia, Veronika Frankovská is on a mission to protect her home country from disinformation and fake news.
We come across a lot of information, especially on the internet, and it's hard for people to tell whether it is or isn't the truth. And our job is to look for the pieces of information that are false or misleading.
In June, Europeans will vote for a new parliament. Frankovská's small NGO is one of 29 fact-checking teams across the EU working with US tech giant Meta to debunk fake content. They are fighting a new enemy, deepfakes, clips created in minutes with the help of AI software in which people appear to say or do things they never did. And no country in Europe has experienced this new threat firsthand like Slovakia.
In September 2023, we had parliamentary elections, and in the months before them, there was quite a rise in disinformation.
Just a few days before the election, suspicious audio files appeared online. They seemingly involved Michal Šimečka, the leader of the pro-European Progressive Slovakia party. In one of them, he seemed to be talking to a journalist about how to rig the election. In another one, about plans for raising the price of beer.
Both of these deepfakes first appeared on Telegram, but they gained traction when they were reshared by accounts on Facebook.
From there, they spread like a wildfire.
They were shared on personal messages, in WhatsApp messages. We had a team member whose grandpa sent it to him. Look.
Within hours, fact-checkers debunked the posts as likely fakes, prompting Meta to label them. But people continued to share them, and Šimečka's progressives lost the election by a few points to the populist pro-Russian Smer SD party.
It could have had a strong effect on mobilization. I think that mobilization is something that can win an election.
In many ways, Slovakia can be seen as the canary in the coal mine, a harbinger of what's to come in other countries across the EU. Meta, the tech giant behind Facebook, Instagram and WhatsApp, said it had slowed down the spread of the Slovak deepfakes after they'd been flagged. And yet, the deepfake about election rigging still amassed over 100,000 public views in a country of less than 5.5 million people. But who started circulating the video in the first place? Elsewhere in Bratislava, we're meeting a reporter trying to find out.
My name is Karin Kőváry Sólymos. I'm a reporter of the Investigative Center of Jan Kuciak.
After the fake conversation about voter fraud went viral, she set out to trace where it first appeared online and ended up on the public Telegram account of Russian-leaning politician Stefan Harabin, a former Supreme Court judge and justice minister. He had forwarded the AI-generated deepfake from a hidden account called Gabika H.
It's maybe just a coincidence. The wife of Stefan Harabin is called Gabriela, and Gabika is a nickname for Gabriela. I also spoke to Stefan Harabin. Can it be that Gabika H is your wife? And at that moment, Stefan Harabin just hung up on me.
Harabin's office did not reply to our request for comment. That's how disinformation works, experts say, by spreading doubt and confusion, while its very nature makes it impossible to say with 100% certainty who's behind it. And yet, one former senior government official told us that when it comes to last year's deepfakes, he's pretty sure.
I believe it's very likely that there was a Russian footprint because there are so many coincidences and so many details that just wouldn't allow any other logical explanation. My name is Milo, and until December last year I was the director of Center for Countering Hybrid Threats at Slovak Ministry of Interior.
We reach Milo over Zoom while he's out of town.
At the same time as the deepfake was launched, there was an official press statement of the Russian Foreign Intelligence Agency, SVR, which blamed US and Western powers of trying to interfere into Slovak elections. There are many, clues or, many kind of interesting details. I would call it, since I'm a lawyer, circumstantial evidence.
Shortly after Slovakia's new populist government took office, Milo resigned from his position.
I saw already shortly after the government was formed that the mission that I believe in, mainly to protect Slovakia from foreign hostile influence and to be able to push back against such influence, was not possible anymore.
Since then, Milo says, the new pro-Russian government has got rid of many early warning and defense mechanisms.
It's much easier for Russia to conduct its influence operations. Well, I definitely expect Russia to intensify their activities.
In an email, Slovakia's Interior Ministry rejected Milo's statements, saying that they do not accord with real fact and undermine the work results of specialists. As Slovakia, along with the rest of the European Union, enters election mode, fears are running high that AI-generated deepfakes could, once again, emerge in the run-up to the vote.
I'm afraid that especially in Slovakia, but also in other countries, this is only going to show and become more distinct before the European elections.
And the experience of those we met in Bratislava shows the threat is real.